on this episode of the Average Tabletop Gamers, I'm going to be looking at the ruined bunker from Micro Art Studio. Hello there and welcome to the Average Tabletop Gamers. It's me, Sven here, and I'm back with another review of a piece of terrain from Micro Art Studio. So this time it is a sci-fi inspired bunker. So I believe this is actually the ruined Outpost kit that they have available on their website. It's a really nice kit. So it obviously comes as a flat pack HDF or MDF laser cut kit, and the kit itself was really nicely made. Some great detail on the MDF itself, so some nice bits of details. It popped off the sprues quite easily, and it came with a lot of options for building this. So we could have built it as 4 separate buildings. In fact, you get a lot of options with the kit here. So you do get the option to have it as like 4 separate buildings if you wanted to, so 4 separate pieces. If you just want to do some scatter around the tabletop, you could do it as 2 halves like we've got it here, or you could put it together as a single piece like that. But you probably would have to mount that to its own baseboard, just so you get that contact point. And with the kit you do get all these little extra bits in here. You can see, which you can use to decorate the base in terms of scenery. So these are like obviously fallen bits of debris, and you can use those obviously to disguise the cracks like I've done here. So you can see there the way that I've put that together. I've done it so it actually hides quite a bit of the join between the 2 pieces when it's together on the table like that. But you can of course say have them separated out, so you can make it look like it was like 2 corners of a larger bunker, or you could have them separated out to make it look even bigger, or use the 2 separate pieces. There's a lot of options even if you base it like this on the 2 separate pieces. So it didn't take us actually long to build this kit. As I say, it was probably an hour and a half to build it, including some glue drying time, and it wasn't that fiddly. So I've worked with a lot of MDF kits, and there's some kits where you almost need 3 hands, 4 hands, you need clamps, you need rubber bands, all that kind of stuff. When I was building it, the only thing I found I needed was a little bit of weight every now and then, so especially on some of these curved pieces here, just to hold those in place. Or you can just sit and obviously hold them in place, but if you're impatient like me, or you're working to a clock, you might want to use some clamps or some rubber bands just to hold some pieces in place. But as I say, it was fairly straightforward in terms of the build, and if you follow the instruction sheets, which are provided, and they're well coloured, so they're all colour coordinated step by step. If you follow those and you do your prep to lay out your pieces in advance, I think you'll find this is no bother, even for the amateur builder. In terms of scaling, I think it scales really well with Warhammer 40,000. So like the Games Workshop scale, it scales well with 28mm. If you're looking at things like Judge Dredd, Strontium Dog, or if you're looking at things like Infinity, it'll scale really well with Infinity, or Star Wars Legion. And this will go really well with the Star Wars Legion bunker, the SWL bunker or hangar. I think it might be the depot model. I'll put the link up here anyway. It's one we've looked at previously from Micro Art Studio. It'll scale really well alongside that if you're building an Imperial complex, say, for Star Wars Legion. So it'll go really well with that. And I say we'll be playing some Legion, and we'll be using this on the table, definitely. It also scales quite well against other models in the other kits in the Micro Art Studio range. So we previously looked at the City Debris MDF kit that they do, and I think the scaling is very consistent across here. So if you were building a larger cityscape with lots of different areas in here, so if you're doing an industrial complex next to like a harb zone, you know that the buildings are going to scale well, and the wall thickness and the floor thickness and things, and the details is going to be similar. So what will this set you back if you wanted to buy this kit from Micro Art Studio? So at the time of recording, with the exchange rate the way it was, this will probably cost you somewhere in the region of about £16 from their shop. And I think it's well worth it for that £16. It's a nice lightweight piece of scenery, it's very versatile, and It's generically sci-fi, so you can use it in a lot of systems, like I mentioned before. And it didn't take much to, with a bit of paint, some weathering effects, a little bit of charring. I just used the airbrush, but you could quite easily use a black spray rattle can to get those kind of charring effects. You can make this look like a ruined or a bombed out bunker on your table. And I think, again, for that price point, the fact that you're getting a piece of scenery that probably covers about a 12-inch by 12-inch section of your table, you know, in a 6x4 table, that's going to be a nice piece of terrain that you can fight in and around, and there's lots of access there for minis, vehicles, etc. So again, I think it's a great job from the people at Micro Studios. Another great bit of scenery, and thank you to them for sending this to us so that we can build and review it to show you guys what it all looks like when it's together. So if you want to see this in action, if you check out our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, you'll see when we're playing games, we take lots of photographs, we'll post those on those, and those should be scrolling along the bottom of the screen now, so you can find us on, I say, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and we'll definitely get some photographs of this in action on our table soon. If you want to know where you can buy this, I'll put the link below to the Micro Art Studio shop, so you can go and click that link and go straight there. If you speak to Micro Art Studio, let them know where you saw the link for this. Let them know that we thought it was a great product and that we appreciate everything they do. And obviously, if you've got any comments for us, please leave them below in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram. If there's something you want us to cover in our videos, if you want any hints, tips, if you want to see more games, if you want to see us play more, if you want to see us just talking more, shout us out in the comments below. But until next time, I've been Sven from the Average Tabletop Gamers. See you later.